"I know, Trace," she sighed. "And turning away from our problems doesn't help." He cursed. "Yes, Kira, we have problems, but face it, lately we've been unable to come to terms with things, and I'm tired of beating my head against a wall." When he saw tears form in her eyes, he wanted to kick himself. "I never meant for it to be this way." He shrugged. The last thing he wanted was to argue. In the months before their separation, that was all they'd done. Then they'd stopped talking altogether. What broke his heart was knowing he hadn't been able to give her what she needed. "I just wanted us to be a real family," she added in a whispered voice. "You had a funny way of showing it." He'd needed her to stand by him and help him with his struggles with the ranch, but she was obsessed with her own problems. Her eyes filled with tears. There might have been a solution to help us both. How many times had they tried? Even counseling, with some stranger listening to every way he'd failed his wife. He'd done about everything he could think of to make their marriage work. How? More counseling? Kira shook her head. "I never should have asked you to go to counseling. I'm the one who's got the problem," she said, her voice husky with emotion. "I'm the one who needs to deal with things." "As long as you feel that way, then you don't need me around." Kira stepped closer and began to speak, but stopped. With a swallow, she tried again. "But Trace, I do need you. I need you to stay with me another 6 months so I can have a baby. Then you can have your divorce." Trace glared at her. What the hell? So finally, she'd gotten his attention. The first moment she'd seen Trace McKane, Kira knew for sure that he was the perfect man for her. That hadn't changed. Tall and lean, the handsome cowboy had gained his muscular build from years of working the McCain's cattle ranch. He had brown hair that always hung too long, brushing his shirt collar. His green-gray eyes were deep-set, and when he looked at her, she felt he could see into her soul. At first that had intrigued her. Now it frightened her. The past months apart told her she didn't want to face a future without Trace. He was the one person she'd allowed to get close when she'd come to Winchester Ridge, Colorado, to take a guidance counselor job at the high school. But there were some secrets she could never share with anyone. Now it was too late to do anything to save their marriage. "We received a letter today," she said, pulling the folded envelope out of her pocket. "It's from the adoption agency." Her voice trembled. "We've passed another screening for a baby." Trace's eyes narrowed. Then he threw his head back and laughed. "It's a joke, right?" She didn't expect this reaction. "No." "So for months, we've been giving everyone the impression that we're the perfect couple and acceptable parents. Then we break up, and we get the okay?" Kira squared her shoulders and looked him in the eye. "No one knows you moved out, and I don't want anyone to, not yet. Not until we receive a baby." He froze, his jaw clenched. "If you want the divorce so bad, then adopt as a single parent." He tossed the pitchfork against the railing and marched out of the stall. Kira hurried after him. "Trace, wait, just hear me out." His fast pace had her nearly running to keep up. "We'll both get what we want. I'll have a baby, and you'll be free to